Hi, thank you for joining us today. I'm Lydia McGlade.
And I'm Dustin Doughty. Today we're here with Miss Ohio Elissa McCracken, and she's going to speak to us, so thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
You're here to talk to us about cyberbullying. So what exactly is cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying is just a form of bullying that happens through technological means, through the internet. I was cyberbullied whenever I was in middle school, and now as Miss Ohio, I'm able to share my story with other students and hopefully teach them how to deal with cyberbullying, instances.
You mentioned being cyberbullied. Can you go into depth with that?
Sure. I was cyberbullied through instant messenger whenever I was in middle school. Kids would make up screen names and send me messages, call me names, make fun of me, tell me I was ugly and worthless, things like that. And that went on for a period of about 2 years, and I didn't know who these kids were because they made up the screen names, and I didn't know what to do, and so I didn't tell anyone because I was scared, I was embarrassed, I didn't know who I could trust or who I could turn to, so I just kept it a secret for a long time.
If you wanted people to understand one thing about cyberbullying, what would it be?
That I believe it affects everyone, whether you're an adult, a student, it just affects everyone in some capacity. I think bullying happens to all ages, and it certainly hurts. You might not think that the things you post online or things you say to someone really affect them, but they do. But there are certainly ways to overcome that.
What do you think is like the main difference between cyberbullying and just regular everyday bullying?
I would have to say the fact that you can be anonymous when you're cyberbullying someone. That's the beauty and the horror of the internet, is that you can be anonymous, and that's a scary thing. But I think when bullying happens in person, you know who's doing it, but when it's cyberbullying, a lot of times you don't know who it is. And I think that's almost more hurtful when you don't know who's doing that.
How can people protect themselves from being cyberbullied?
Well, what I say is stop, block, and tell. So stop communicating with the bully if they are communicating with you. Block them, whether you're on Facebook or if they're texting you, get their number blocked, defriend them, whatever you have to do to protect yourself. And then tell an adult. That's the most important part. That's the step that I didn't know, and I didn't know what to do, but tell an adult because they'll know how to really intervene and get help.
Do you know of any organizations that are dealing with cyberbullying and preventing it?
The only organization that I have worked with was the Attorney General's Office of Ohio. They put on Cyberbullying 101 sessions last year, and they invited me to be a speaker, and I got to work closely with them. So they had a great cyberbullying initiative. They focused mostly on educators and law enforcement and, kind of teaching them more about cyberbullying, which I thought was very necessary.
So what are the different types of cyberbullying?
Social media is a huge way that people are being cyberbullied right now. Facebook and Twitter are huge, and that's a huge problem. And then definitely just different postings on the internet and texting. There are lots of different ways, so it's a scary thing.
All right, now you touched on it a little bit, but do you have any advice at all to anyone being cyberbullied?
Absolutely. First of all, that you're not alone. There is definitely someone out there that knows how you're feeling. So you might feel like you're alone, but you're not. Someone out there certainly understands what you went through. I know I certainly do. And then don't be scared, but go and get help. Tell someone. If you don't feel comfortable telling your parent, tell someone at school, tell a guidance counselor, tell a teacher. If you don't feel comfortable telling them yourself, tell your friend and have them go with you. But it's so important to open up and tell someone so they can get you help. You shouldn't have to suffer in silence.
Well, Alyssa, thanks for stopping by and talking with us today.
Thank you.
For Lydia McGlade, I'm Dustin Doughty. Thanks for watching.